recap. We had fought some giant spiders, trying to save a little girl whose father had called you in over here. You're about a half hour out of town at most, and some of that was spent like going off the road, following this guy. He's disappeared. The little girl attacked Drizzlejaw when she saw some type of opening, and then turned into a man with very angular features and like nondescript black clothing. And oh yeah, she doesn't seem like she's very much of a little girl. You know, she seems like some type of creature
I'm
or
pretty sure
something.
I told everybody that, but nobody believed me. But
You did not tell anybody that.
I told
Can I roll the
she's pretty much a construct.
Yes, you made that assumption, but you didn't say that to like
Oh.
until the end of the fight. Sorry, what was that? What can you roll for what?
See if I believe Alex.
Oh, insight?
I was going to say perception, but
Yeah.
I don't believe Alex.
No, that's a believe him.
Is he lying?
He's not. That's why you believe him. You've incited that he doesn't seem to be lying.
Must have been a low DC.
Okay, so what are y'all doing? The creature or whatever it is jumped into the like pond, lake nearby, like a small lake. And now you're just kind of sitting there. All the spiders.
If I walk over to the lake and make a perception check, what do I see?
You see a lake.
What with a 24 perception? What do I see?
You see some dark shapes that look like fish in the lake. We've already done this at the end of
We've
last
done
session.
This. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Alex actually jumped into the lake too.
Yeah. I thought he might come back.
You see a man getting out of the lake on the other side. Just sprinting away.
All right, we get it. He got away.
We already looked around for loot and stuff. I'm assuming, right?
I remember somebody got spider parts, and I tried to tell them what, and they said, "I'm just writing down spider parts."
I did magical spider parts.
Magical spider parts from the phase spiders that phased in and out of reality somehow.
Ooh.
Oh, Link. I was like, who is behind me? So are y'all just going to return to the group, or you want to investigate this area further, or what?
I'll search a little more.
I'd like to look at this altar and see what kind of altar it's to. This one up here.
I'm assuming I find nothing.
You found more spider parts.
How many more?
How many did you have in your bag already?
I have one magical spider part.
Yeah, you found that same one. It fell out of your bag when you leaned over. Torin found them first, though, to be fair, with his 7.
No, I don't want spider parts, so I gave it to him.
Okay.
All right.
So you're doing like a religion check on these altars and stuff?
I want to do a history and see if I discover anything. Nope.
I mean, they don't look like they're to like a god or anything like that. They look like they're maybe to like soldiers or something.
Okay.
So the one in the top main one is like has like a sword or something that it's like setting down in front of it with 2 hands, like blade down, like a great sword. It looks like so. If it is a god, it would be a warrior god, but you're not sure.
Okay.
It could be a different god. The one at the front too has a like a weapon, and then in front of it, it looks like almost like a tomb with like a shield and a sword on top of it. The one at the where you guys came in.
Can we open these tombs?
If you want a grave rob, sure. If that's the right thing to do in your heart.
Do they look like they've been disturbed?
They do not.
Okay, I'll leave them be.
Wait, which one are tombs? Oh, this one, like right here?
I was waiting for Tor to be like, wait a second. Yeah, there's like a tomb that's a cover on it, the sword and shield.
Okay.
Anything else other than your
I don't know. I feel like it's a trap if I open it.
Okay.
I tell the group, she seemed honest to me.
The little girl.
The guy seemed honest to me about the little girl. I don't know. That'll teach me to trust random passerbys.
Random passerbys. Yep. Chris, are you still in here? I look like he dropped out again, but he's back. Okay.
He was complaining that the ping is really bad in Discord.
Oh, okay. All right. So, are we done here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sort of. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Turn off all the video on your end, if you can.
If you haven't already, but that's for Roll20 when you go to like settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are you doing then? Like y'all always wait for me to like tell you what you're gonna do next.
We're
We're going back to Andy because we left Andy.
There you go. Okay, we're going back.
Yeah.
So you guys head back in 5 or 10 minutes back to Wu Tang, who's kind of doing what at the caravan of were people.
Just kind of sitting here telling stories to all these weird people.
Telling stories to the were people. Okay. So y'all come up. He's just sitting there. A bunch of the children are around him.
And I
So
tell him,
anyways, that's the first time I got crabs. So let me tell you about the second time I got crabs. Oh, hey guys.
you missed a good fight.
Yeah, but I wasn't really getting paid to help this guy find his little girls, so not interested.
It wasn't the greatest fight ever. I never got hit, and I wasted like 4 arrows. So
Oof.
Oof. Wasting arrows. It's the worst. Okay, so y'all are back with the caravan. Again, you're about a half hour out of Sanctuary. Make a perception check. Oh, high perceptions around here. So pretty much everybody but Xerxes. Nah, everybody sees. It's a kind of a area that, like, as the farther away from the city, as you guys traveled this little small amount, the more harsh the environment starts to seem. There was definitely farms and stuff right outside the city, and then it starts to break way to more like rocky terrain. Sometimes like a little small like corpses of trees, but never like a big full forest or anything like that. Also, the weather is much colder than when you were last out of a city. So if that makes sense, you guys went from a southern city on the southern side of the mountains, then went through the tunnels and came out into a city that seems to have been much warmer than where you are now. And then when you left the city, it got much colder, like surprisingly cold, because you've been inside so much the last couple days. And it's only getting colder as the sun goes down, because it's about evening time now.
Are we prepared for that with our clothing?
Probably not.
I want to go along the caravan and see if anybody has any winter clothes I could wear.
So the caravan is only the 2 wagons with the different groups of lichens, and they have pretty much like the clothes on their backs. They don't have much other stuff. The Raven guys have a little bit of extra clothing, but like it's not winter clothing either.
Do we know of any shelters that are nearby or like little towns?
I mean, you can go back to Sanctuary,
No.
but you don't know of other places in the north. Like your map doesn't show anything but ruins for a city to the north.
Okay.
This is a very much like open land. There's different groups of farmers and people in it, but there's not, like, as far as you know, even being from Sanctuary, as far as you know, there's not a lot out there that's like permanent. There's towns that pop up and 10 years later they're gone, stuff like that.
Okay.
I have those beans. I can just water them and see what grows, and maybe it'll be a jacket or something. Who knows?
True.
Fuck, I'm gonna do it. These are useless, and I'm pretty sure the tree had like fruit we could have eaten. So we're just gonna throw these beans out, and we're gonna all 3 of them, and I'm gonna.
So you want to just go ahead?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So you're gonna throw out and water 3 beans. Just go ahead and roll 3 D100s.
Okay, everybody, just kind of step back a little bit. I don't know what's gonna happen.
So you're just
I'm gonna step
doing this off the side of the road? Yeah,
there
not
you
like that.
Oh, you can
I
still
can
see.
see him.
Yeah.
I can see him.
Yeah, you can see. That works.
Okay, so the first bean that you water sprouts into 1d4. It sprouts into a little bird nest that has 6 eggs in it.
Okay.
Ooh. Do you want
Yep.
to
I take the eggs, I guess.
Okay.
I'll write that down.
So 6 eggs.
6 eggs.
Yep. Then the second
Try
one
to
you
say
did,
magic eggs or something. Should I
you
just say
don't
6
you
eggs?
don't know.
Okay.
They just look like eggs.
Okay.
Let's see. Then the last one turns into another blue campfire with blue flames around it. A magical
Ooh.
campfire.
Beans suck.
And the middle one starts to grow into like this grayish blob. And while that's happening, you're seeing the other one turn into a fire. And then the grayish blob continues to grow until it keeps growing larger than you. And then it
Shit.
starts to form into a large monstrosity called a bullet, which is like a giant land shark. And it attacks. What do you do? Roll initiative.
What?
Roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Where did you get those beans again?
The tree that was brought to life by
It was on one of the druid people.
the druid people. Remember the winery?
yeah.
They had the magic seeds. There was a giant tree that I killed or something. I don't know.
I'm not even going to bring up a map.
Yeah.
Not right now. We'll do some Theory of the Mind today. Okay, so it's got this. We've got Jace with a 20. Wu-Tang with a
Yeah.
19. Drizzle's
I
rolling
was
his
gonna
manual with
suggest-
an 21. You were going to what?
I was going to suggest drawing us clothes with my magic paints.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh wow.
it's a good idea.
I assume they're
Hindsight's
worth
20/20.
Much
less
better
than
idea than just
5 gold.
I mean,
This
as long
is
as you
much
don't
better
draw
idea
them
than me
being
throwing
nice.
beans out.
Don't
Why
draw
don't
any
you say so?
fancy ass jackets and you should be good. Yeah, but there's a bullet attacking you. Or to you, it's just a large, giant, grayish looking shark creature that is on land.
I keep forgetting that you
So
have
it's
that.
bigger than me then?
Yes, this is large. So this is
Okay.
quite big. All of a sudden, it's just standing there. It's kind of like a rhino mixed with a shark. And Drizzlejaw, you're up. Remember, you have not rested, so you don't have any spells back.
I think he can hear you.
Is he there? I don't know.
Sort of.
Oh, I hear him. What are you doing?
Real laggy. Oh, radiant sphere.
Radiant
Resilient.
Resilient Sphere. So Simmering, so he casts a spell, a sphere of shimmering force, encloses a creature or object of large size or smaller within range. Has to make a dexterity saving throw, which we'll do now. At DC 17, I think is your DC.
Yeah.
Means that it fails, so it is all of a sudden in a magical sphere, just like rolling there, as it angrily tries to move around.
How long is it in that sphere?
1 minute.
I did it.
Up to a minute.
Best wizard.
So, what are you guys going to do now?
Roll it down a hill.
All right, push it down the hill.
Let's find a hill.
I mean, if you look at your map right now, you could try to roll it back over here, but it's a couple minutes away, so it probably wouldn't last to go all the way back to the ruins. But yeah, you just roll it away. Do some strength checks real quick. A couple people. Because it is,
Make strong
at
people do it.
least hundreds of pounds.
I have bad strength.
Oh, no, we're already good. The Oric and Jace just start pushing it, and whatever direction has the best incline away from you, and it just starts to roll and bounce down the hill away out of sight. All right.
And we leveled.
I just started listening to a podcast that does XP based on like actual like things. Like if it's like a creature rating, whatever, you get this much experience points.
That
And
would
it's
take
just
forever
it's
to
just
find.
made every encounter that they ever have with anyone like we could kill these people and get some extra XP.
We would totally do that. How much XP if we just do this whole town?
That's the divinity way. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So the bullet rolls away. The bag of beans is done, but you do have some eggs. So back to Jace's plan that he's now telling the group about.
Yeah. How would I go about doing that? I guess. Like, how much paint would it take?
I mean, I gave you the paint things, right?
Yeah. Can you hold on one sec?
I guess so. Let's see. I forget what it was. Let me look at Discord real quick for him.
So is it like infinite paint? Does he have charges? Like, how does that work?
He has like a couple small bottles of paint, and the bottles last for like so much, like square footage type of thing.
Oh, so like his magic item, it just doesn't last forever.
No.
Oh, that's a bummer.
He has 3 or 4 pigments that are like different jars, like a little paint set, and they if he paints on surface, each little pot can cover 1,000 square feet of surface.
So who do we think is the most artistic person in our group? I think Xerxes for sure.
He's got the
Oh
highest.
yeah, no question.
It actually doesn't even like require a check, as long as you've seen the thing before and you could reasonably be expected to like paint it.
Oh, okay.
You could paint it. It just can't be worth more than 25 gold in value.
Well, you can paint
Also,
some pretty nice jackets.
Any energy painted, such as fire or lightning, appears and dissipates like instantly, without harm. So you can't like paint a fire on a building to start a fire. Like it doesn't work.
Don't I become immune to like the elements or something? Let me see. Read.
That is not related to what we're talking about.
I'm talking to myself.
So I guess while he's gone, y'all can decide. You just want to go ahead and somebody's gonna paint up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
What are you
clothes.
painting? What are you painting
Like maybe
on?
winter cloaks.
Good.
Like it's hard to paint on
Maybe,
the
like-
ground.
It's probably like, is there like a wall or a stone?
I mean, there's the stone ruins that you guys just came from.
Okay, yeah, we can go.
Somebody could head back over there and paint up a bunch of
What do we see around it?
stuff. Around you is like some poorly performing farms.
Let's just go over to the ruins real quick, and we'll use one of the walls, and we'll paint a stone wall and paint some winter clothes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that
How far away is
Jace.
that?
It's like 5-10 minutes walk.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry,
That was-
I need my laptop for work. I had to go find it.
Oh, you're fine. So they were saying that if you guys went back to that stone area, that'd probably be better canvas for painting on, and you could paint
Okay.
up some stuff.
Yes.
So you want to paint up like some coats and hats and stuff like that for everybody?
Yeah, warm stuff.
Okay, warm stuff. So you have how many pigments? 3 or 4?
4.
4. Okay, so I'm just gonna say you use up, let's say 100 square feet of one. So that's only 1/10 of one paint.
Oh wow!
100 square feet is
Okay.
quite a bit. You guys only have like 30 people with you, so I think that's fair. And so now everyone has coats and hats.
Sweet.
Heck yeah!
Could have gone back into town and fed the poor or something like that, but you guys are warm.
We're not that good of people.
Some of us aren't good at
No
all.
one likes being cold.
That's true. Okay, so
It is really good in this party.
now you're back at the caravan, and everybody has winter clothing.
Nice.
So now you don't have to make Constitution saving throws all the time and get levels of fatigue for traveling in the cold weather.
While we're here, I'm gonna use all my lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
Are we gonna rest before we do like anything, or
That's up to y'all.
I'd be okay with the
I need
short
a rest.
I would too. Short rest would be very beneficial.
I need a long rest. I got no spells.
All right, well, let's do a long rest. Let's talk to the caravan.
It is.
Make
It
camp.
is late afternoon.
And
Okay.
we have this magical blue fire.
Yeah,
we
you
got
can
this
just
much
stop right
food.
here. Yeah, you got a fire. You already got a fire set.
Yeah.
So
I'm
that
gonna
helps
cook-
with the cold too.
I'm gonna cook one of the eggs and see what happens.
I don't know. Is the blue fire cold fire or
No, it's not. It's
Okay.
it's just a magical fire.
It's
So
like
as
propane.
if you're checking out the eggs, they are already appear to be like hard boiled.
Oh,
Like you just eat them, like swallow them whole.
I'm gonna try one egg. I'm gonna eat one egg.
Okay. Damn it! I closed the bag of beans.
Bag of beans.
Bag o' beans. Here we go. So on your egg, make a Constitution saving throw.
Are you standing next to me?
Yeah, we're close. We're close to each other.
There you go.
Oh shit!
3. That's a 23.
What's your lowest attribute score?
They're tied.
Let me see.
Oh,
I'm looking
actually,
at the character
intelligence.
sheet. Intelligence. Okay, you now have 11 intelligence.
What?
Yep, you have an 11 intelligence.
Damn, that's
It
pretty sweet.
your belly feels a little fuller, and you feel a little smarter.
Is this a permanent thing?
It is a permanent thing.
Is this gonna turn out like that episode of Futurama where
Okay,
Fuzzy gas
Hear me
station
out. If
takes out
one
his-
egg does that, what if I eat all 5 of them? The rest of
I ask him, how do you feel?
You know what? I feel smart.
For a second there, though, your tummy like rumbled a little bit, like, and then all of a sudden you were like, "I'm smarter."
Damn.
With that new smarts, you're like, that could have gone real wrong.
It could have killed me. Well, I told him what I think happened. I was like, I ate this, and I thought I was going to die for a second, but now I'm really smart. Do you want to try?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'll let you have one.
Let me make a wisdom check.
Sure.
I think that's wise, Tyler.
With an 11?
Yeah.
It's kind of 50-50. You're like, he said it felt bad at first, but then all of a sudden he seems smarter. I mean,
Kind of like shrug my shoulders.
it's
I'll
like,
take one.
nothing bad happened to him.
Yeah, I'll take one and pop it in my mouth.
Constitution
And,
saving throw.
another person that has a high +3, right?
So that's
No,
an
that's-
18? Or that's your
that's a-
full thing?
That's my full thing.
Okay, so
You die.
so your tummy starts to rumble, and then there's like a boom, and like a
Ooh.
cartoon, like your stomach and your belly armor goes like "Whoa!" like out for a second, and you take 42
Oh.
damage.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Force damage from an internal magical explosion in your stomach.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest of my class resources.
That egg was from Taco Bell.
66.
Hey, don't back to Taco Bell. Hashtag not an ad.
Oof.
Oof. So the egg did not sit well with Leoric.
Oof.
Oh, I guess you got to be a lizard to handle that one. Jace, you want an egg?
I think I'll pass.
Okay. We're gonna wait for these. You know,
I might try another one tomorrow.
I'm feeling pretty lucky. I might eat an egg. I might eat. I'll eat one more egg.
Sure.
All right. I
I'll
ate an egg.
try again too.
I'm not giving you
Dang.
another one.
Are you
All right,
doing-
Constitution. Here we go.
Constitution
+3.
saving throw?
Oh!
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh, I critted.
Nothing happens. You didn't blow up inside. You're welcome.
Okay. Do I feel full? Do I get health back?
Nope.
That's gay. All right. Well, that's it. I'm gonna
Nah.
save the
No,
last
you
three.
can. Your intelligence goes up by 1 more.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Are you kidding me?
And he's
No,
just
you have a
telling
12
me-
intelligence now.
Shit.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, that's it for those. I'm gonna put those and leave them in my pocket.
Okay.
Well, technically, my charisma is the lowest one now, or
No,
was
they
tied.
were both 11.
Alright.
All right.
Damn. Those are some awesome eggs.
Yeah.
Just think of all the things that you guys left behind that those beans made.
Yeah. We left a lot of shit behind. Like I had 8 beans at one point, or 10 or 8 beans, and there was like trees and shit.
Trees creating magical fruits and stuff. Oh well. All right. So y'all are resting for the night. Are we setting guard or anything like that? Anybody trying to hide the campsite? What are you doing?
We should definitely have guard.
I will
Directly to
take.
sleep as always.
I'll take guard as I do not need to sleep, as I do not have any spells to recover or health.
I just need a 30-minute rest.
If you
and
don't
sleep.
sleep though, every 24 hours you start to gain exhaustion points. After you have to make a Constitution saving throw, but if you
Okay,
fail it,
Fine. I'll power nap while we're walking.
sleep in the wagon. Okay, so y'all set up some guards and stuff. Let's see. No, we're fine. So overnight, you guys kind of look at your map again. We were looking at it before we
All right, full health.
went live. We kind of talked about how this.
Oh. Hold on, before we go any farther and before we rested, Brett, can you cast like 2 Hunter's Mark into my ring?
Didn't I do this yesterday? Does that go out every day?
He used them
No,
already.
I used them last fight.
Yeah, you cast them.
You're so irresponsible, but yes, I'll do it.
Okay.
So you guys look at your map. You're just
Like,
north
Nate?
of Sanctuary on the map, which is on the right side in the dark green area, a little bit from the forest. You know that the circle with the plus sign in it, that's labeled 4, that's a city ruins. It's the ancient city of Starmeet that comes from a couple hundred years ago before the founding of Sanctuary. It's kind of like it was a semi-permanent city that like moon elves and some other people and the shifters and werewolves would meet at, especially if they were hosting like someone else, so that they wouldn't have to travel like all the way to the islands that the shifters lived in. To the north is like a northern like polar ice cap that meets up with the land, and it's like a giant glacier essentially. So y'all are headed towards the Brown Islands in the middle of that sea, that inland sea. It's the Sea of Saloon, the moon goddess. And somewhere on those islands lives what's left of like the nation of the shifters and where blessed. So you guys can just beeline it straight there. You'd probably end up going through the ruins of Starmeet, or you can go like around to the north or wherever you want to go.
I mean, there might be some good loot in the ruins.
They're also gonna be bad guys. Do we mind conflict?
I don't. Well, I guess we should drop the caravan off and then come back through the ruins. Maybe let's go around the ruins, drop the caravan off, and then check the ruins out on the way back.
Aren't we taking the caravan to the Shifter Island?
He'd
Yeah,
say
that's what I'm
go all the
saying,
way
like-
to the lake and then come back.
Yeah,
Oh, hit it on the way back?
yeah, hit the ruins.
I
on the
thought
way
we were
back.
gonna go to the Shifter Island, then go to Blar.
Yeah, then you guys are in west after that. If you're
Yeah,
following
we're not
your
gonna come
initial
back
plan,
through.
Well, we could always come back and check the ruins out, can't we?
you can do whatever
Nah.
you want, but
Can
I
we
think that's
fast travel?
kind of out of the way.
you cannot fast travel. So you can't like go to the ruins just enough to like get it on the map and then like leave it and then teleport back.
Worst RPG
Well,
ever.
let's just go through it. Let's just go through the ruins. If they die, they die. That's just part of it.
Do I still get paid?
If they die, it's
Yeah.
up to your contract holder.
Yo, Jace, do I still get paid if they die?
Depends on how many die.
Am I getting paid per head here?
Yep.
That's what it sounds
Yeah.
like.
Everyone that dies, you lose that portion of the money.
Damn.
There's 30 something. What is it? 15, 3 ravens, 5 adults.
Oh, I forgot there were raven wearers.
There's 23 of them. So 1/23 out every time one dies. Unless I assume Jace's parents died, then no money. Okay.
Yeah, more than likely.
So you guys are gonna head out in the morning towards the, just like
The
pretty much
ruins.
beeline it straight there,
Yeah.
Sounds
as
good.
far as you can tell. All right, so you guys wake up and you head out. Again, you have just kind of like mules pulling the wagons. It's not gonna like be a blistering pace unless you do something to like make it faster, because these are just mules pulling these wagons. The kids are all loaded up in the wagons. Most of the adults are walking, and you head out.
Does Chris have a spell for that?
I don't know.
Haste.
You can only do that to one person.
A spell for what?
To go faster. Do you have a like an overland travel thing or something that would speed up this, or no?
No.
No. Drizzle says no.
Okay, well, I'll scout ahead.
All right, so you're gonna continuously scout ahead.
Yeah, every now and then I'll run ahead and just check certain areas that
So you
look
guys,
suspicious.
so you head out, and a day goes by, and it's pretty much uneventful.
Hmm.
Set up camp again. Assume same rules for stopping. This
Yeah.
time, there
So-
again, uneventful night. It is a little bit colder of a night, but your winter clothing seems to hold, and everybody
What season
seems
is it
warm.
right now?
It is early, like late fall, early winter. It's like November.
Okay, so pretty much the worst time to be here.
Yeah, pretty much. um. So who was our nighttime scouts again?
Yo.
I mean, I
Wu-Tang.
can do a shift at some point.
Okay, so if y'all do double shift, each one of you make a perception check. Holy shit. Okay. So which one of you was
Damn.
first on watch?
We just go by the rolls. I'll say I'll take the first.
Okay, so
Shift.
Torin, it was uneventful night, but far off in the night sky, a little bit to the east, it looked like some of the stars were like winking almost like in and out. Or maybe there was possibly a silhouette against them, against the backdrop of the night sky.
Like kind of
But
like
it
a
was
torch being carried or something.
no, like a black spot in the sky that would cover up stars, and then like the
Oh.
stars would reappear. But it wasn't very big, so either it was something super far away or something that wasn't that big. So you weren't sure if it was like a bird or something big that was really far away.
Would this be something that is out of the normal for this area? Like, would I see this all the time, or is
You
this
don't
something
know.
that?
You don't know this area.
Okay, well,
But assuming you tell Wu-Tang about it, and with his
I
23, he also sees something like that.
okay. I tell him I'm like, yeah, there's something in the sky over there. I'm not sure what it is.
We call them clouds.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
Nothing to worry
got
about.
him. Got him.
All right, so then the next day you guys start it up and head out. And about midday, you start to come upon the so-called ruins of this city. The city of Starmeat. There's very few stone structures that are like pretty broke down from the elements. There's like grass growing on top of them and stuff like that. Most of it seems like there used to be maybe wooden structures there or even like tents. Again, it doesn't get off the from what the Leoric knows of just like taking 10 on a history check. Like this again was not a permanent city; it was like a semi-permanent city. It was used as a meeting place. So there's a couple stone foundations that you can kind of half make out coming out of the ground and things like that, but there's not necessarily like whole buildings or like collapsed like giant stone structures you could like search out.
Okay,
It just
so it's
seems
kinda
like a
very big.
unnaturally flat area of land. Like maybe they cleared the land and then started building, semi-permanent structures and maybe one or two stone foundation structures, and now nature's kind of reclaiming it.
Maybe we should try to go around this. It doesn't seem like there's anything worth our while here.
That's
So
what
the
we go
road,
for.
the not very well kept road that you've been traveling on at this point ends here. So now there's not necessarily a road past this point. It's going to be a little bit harder to travel.
Okay.
So you guys going to continue on your straightaway path?
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we pass ruins, I'd like to check them.
Sure.
So,
Probably all should do that.
Investigate.
oh, investigate. Okay.
Yeah.
Find nothing.
No.
Oh, Wu-Tang.
-1.
It would have been nice if your eggs paid off for me, Alex. My wisdom is shit.
Yeah. I could have used a point in charisma. That'd been nice. That's okay. Now I have a +1 intelligence.
Wu-Tang, roll me a D100.
Uh-oh. This one?
You find some arrows and what looks like the remains of a quiver that was like in a building or something like that, but the quiver's like leather that's falling apart for the most part. But there are arrows inside, and they look a little bit different than a normal arrow. The arrow points are kind of like hollowed out with like, it looks like somebody hollowed them out a little bit to almost like bird's bones, where they're not as sturdy. But you can tell just from being a warrior and knowing how to like do damage to people with like your sneak attack. I'm just going to give you kind of like a free knowledge that these things would probably break off inside people a lot
Ooh.
easier than a regular arrow. So these hollow tipped arrows, they have a -1 to hit because they probably don't pierce as well, but they do plus 1d4 damage because of breaking off inside people.
Cool. How many arrows?
6.
Okay. I give them to Xerxes.
Hey,
Say, check it out. I got some hollow points for you.
hollow
I take
points.
them gracious.
So they're -1 to hit, plus 1d4 damage if you use them. Okay. Nobody else finds anything.
I probably find a trap actually.
Nah. You just don't know what to look for. It's just all it's rocks, and some of it looks like there might be rocks that people like it might have been stone. Some of it just looks like rocks. You're unsure of what it all is. Is
Okay.
kind of what happens there. So as y'all travel a little bit farther that day, I'm assuming it does seem to take you longer now because of no road. We may camp for the night and have our night check people do their perception checks.
Sure.
Yeah, 1 second. Perception.
Oh,
So Torn, this night you again. Let's see. You don't see anything. Wu-Tang, you see the shadow in the sky again, and it appears larger this time. Not like on top of you large, but like definitely bigger than it was before. And that's it. Otherwise, it's uneventful.
Have they told us about this?
I don't know.
I did not tell you about the first time I saw it. I told Wu-Tang,
Okay.
and
Still
now it's up
under
to
the
him.
assumption that they are clouds.
Why don't you do an intelligence or insight
Okay.
check?
So it makes sense that
Is the cloud lying to me?
Why don't you make a perception check in the morning?
Okay.
Make a new one. Very few clouds in the sky. It's
Very
a
few is
clear.
not 0.
That's true. Torn has no idea what's in the sky. All right, so y'all continue on, and a week has passed. Just FYI for
I'm
New
gonna
York.
take my
$100.
I'm gonna take my ring out of the box and then
Okay.
box again.
So y'all can now see kind of like where you make camp. The land starts to go down a little bit from like a higher elevation, and you can see far off the lake. It looks far enough off. Sorry, the sea. It's big enough that you can see it from pretty far away. You think it might be another day or two towards it before you get there.
Okay. Are we still in the ruins or have they?
No, you left the ruins behind after that first day, that one day
If
in
we
it.
look around our surroundings, do we see anything of note, like interesting?
So most of it's broken tundra. You've seen in the distance before, like small, like cottages and things like that, but nothing like super noteworthy. Once or twice, you've seen herds of wild animals, usually elk, that seem to be like traveling. That's mainly been it.
I'm going to turn to Jace and say, why did they settle out here? This
Oh, he
seems
doesn't
like a
know.
barren wasteland.
Yeah, I just know that there's a whole bunch of were people.
You'd probably know better. Why don't you do a history check?
Okay.
Nope, you have
Whoa.
no idea.
So
You
I'm gonna
ignored
ask,
all shifter were people classes in school.
who is the one that came up with this idea? We just figured it out.
It's just something that they heard. They heard that
Okay.
there's a land of like only shifters and were people. The were
Okay.
blessed as they're called.
Okay.
And most of them live in the north. That's all. So we
Okay.
have one more night of perception checks real quick before we head out again. Now that we can see the sea. See the sea.
See the sea.
So again, you both this time, even with your lower perceptions, do see something in the clouds at night. And it's not just the clouds, you can tell now. Something else. It doesn't appear to be dark anymore. It appears to have kind of a grayish or whitish color to it.
Okay, I wake everybody.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake Luark, Jace,
So what's the
Wu-Tang, and
trouble?
everybody.
Was I like
I
strap
was like, so I saw this.
armor on as he
I
talked?
saw something the first night. I wasn't sure what it was, and then I don't know if
I was
Wu-Tang saw anything the third night, but right now there's something above us, and it's not a cloud and it's not a bird. Can I tell what it is at all?
Make another perception check now that you've woken everybody up and you're trying to like find it in the sky again.
I'll start.
I tried to resist the wake up.
You resisted. Jace, do you still have your goggles on?
Yes.
So Jace sees it, but not for long because it is going in and out of like the clouds, and there's times when it like seems to be like going out of the sky towards the ground, but again it's to the east. Still some way, even though you can see it. It appears to be some type of winged creature.
Can you? And I'm assuming Jace said he saw it.
Yeah, looks like it has wings.
How big does this thing look?
You're unsure of
Big.
because of the distance. Big enough that you could see it from far away,
Oh shit!
but it
Well,
doesn't.
as soon as we head
it's-
east,
it's-
we'll probably find it.
Well, you're not heading east though. You're going northwest. So
Well,
it
aren't we
seems to be like-
eventually going east?
no, you're going west after this.
Oh, never mind then.
Maybe we should keep
I
two
guess we'll
people
give
on
it more
watch
work.
from now on. That way we have 2 perception checks.
That's up to y'all.
What's a perception check?
Okay, there are 2 sets of eyes to maybe catch what might be chasing us.
Now,
Because
there's no
it seems like
there's no
we're being
indication that it's
followed.
chasing you.
Okay.
It just seems to be getting bigger as you guys travel, but it doesn't necessarily like it's not like headed your way. It's just flying around.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to be careful.
Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so you guys head out the next day. There does appear to be, as you guys have traveled, some type of path. You guys kind of happened upon it. It's not really even like a dirt road. It's just kind of a little bit of a pathway that looks like maybe has been cut through the land from a limited number of travelers that travel this way, headed towards the lake. As you're walking, and riding, I guess technically, you do come upon a large herd of elk out to like the north, out in front of you. It looks like you'll need to probably like go around it or through it to get past it. And they seem to be grazing. They're not like traveling like you've seen them in the past. What are you guys gonna do?
Shoo these fuckers away. We'll go through them.
So you're just gonna run? You're gonna run interference ahead and like scare them off?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll stay back with the caravan and see if Alex can like herd them. Like maybe Alex can herd. them.
I'm faster than an elk. I'm faster than a riding horse, so shouldn't be a problem.
Be our attack dog, our herding dog.
Okay. So you want to run out there and do like an intimidation or something like that?
Just no, maybe not intimidation, but just making noise, trying to I guess if I say scaring him off, it is intimidation, but
Yeah.
sure.
Do an intimidation check. Just run out there and rawr 'em with your dragon. With your dragon intimidation.
I get advantage.
Sure. I gave them disadvantage. So a bunch of smaller elk all like just scatter from you, but they're kind of running in all directions. So you did a good job of scaring them, but they like kind of scared them. Like if you're gonna go through them now, there's a little bit of a pathway through them, but you're gonna have to continue to do this as you go through them because they're just scattering in all directions. You're not necessarily like hurting them one way or the other. And the ones that are farther away from you don't like react to you. It's only the ones really close.
Okay. I'm assuming we're all moving. They're like behind me, kind of coming through.
I guess so. They want to.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
keep.
let's move the
Yeah.
caravan.
So
through,
you guys
yeah.
slowly start to go through the herd as you just try to intimidate check all of them away.
I guess I have a no bonus, so this would be interesting.
Sure, do it
They're
again.
Elk. I'm not afraid of no elk.
So this
Fuck
time,
you.
yeah, you scare some, but it's just like you're not that loud like compared to like the openness of the area. Like it's more your loud noise that's scaring them more so than like and you being close than anything else. It's not necessarily like you being scary. You just kind of seem like something that's they don't want to be next to.
Oh, great. Well, as I'm doing intimidation check, I throw a javelin at one of them.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm just gonna throw it into the herd, and then as I intimidate.
Sure.
And the rest of the session was killing elk.
And then I'll just do a javelin throw.
So that intimidation was more of like you tapped into some of your inner dragon and like roared out. And then you throw a javelin that misses one of the elk like completely. And while that's happening, you hear the thunder of hooves a little bit. And a giant elk appears from like the west side of the herd, like headed your way. And by giant, I mean like this elk is probably like 14 feet tall at the shoulders.
Oh, dope.
Big ass elk.
Like a big, giant elk.
I use animal handling. I want to tame it so I can ride it.
Okay.
That'd be dope.
So,
What if don't we have a ranger that maybe might be good at this?
No.
I don't think he's the animal handling type of ranger. He's the
I think
animal. He's the animal killing type of ranger.
It's just a pew pew
Correct.
ranger.
He knows the ways of the animals only to kill them.
He knows their anatomies.
So this elk starts heading like straight towards your group, and as it gets close, Wu-Tang kind of like steps out and does like a whoa, whoa, and the elk actually starts to stop.
I've got my halberd out and I'm ready actioning for if he gets near me. I
Sure.
guess.
But as it starts to stop and it gets close, you actually see there's a rider on top of it. It looks there's a dwarf, and he's got full winter clothing mixed in with some armor, and has a battle axe over one shoulder, kind of like resting it with one hand on the handle. And he's got a red fiery beard that's done into one big braid, and there's an animal skull like clasping it at the end, like it ties through the animal skull to like keep it weighed down. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are ye and why are you scaring my elk?
We're trying to clear a path through your herd to get to the islands, sir. We meant no harm to your beasts, and I'm gonna try and diplomacy this.
Okay.
What's it called now?
It's called diplomacy, I thought.
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Holy
Oh.
moly. I understand. Why didn't you go around? Could have just easily avoided them.
Well, it seemed like the quickest path, and we thought that
We,
the
we are in a hurry.
move.
In a hurry. Ain't nowhere out here to be a hurry to.
We got a lot of places to go and a lot of distance to cover.
As y'all are talking to him, a wolf is walking through the elk, and the elf are like ignoring it as it walks up and like stands and starts standing beside his giant elk.
I assume this is yours, friend.
What?
I assume this is yours, friend.
She ain't mine. She's her own. There's no wolf. Show yourself, girly. Don't play coy. And the elf actually then turns into a woman that's a half-elf woman. And she also is kind of like in kind of like the correct clothing for this area with just some leathers and furs and things like that.
I nudge Jason. I'm like, hey, she's a freak like you.
Rude.
A freak.
Hey, we're friends. I'm allowed to say that.
So she's like, I don't know what kind of freak you're talking about, but I happen to be a druid of the moon. And I transform through the magic of Saloon. Is your friend here a cleric of Saloon or a druid?
Not quite.
Sort of.
I would say not at all.
So
I
the
mean, I guess it
dwarf,
depends on your definition.
so the dwarf guy, he says, "Well, I can help guide you through the the elk herd.
Tribe.
Just follow me through. Old Bessie here will clear the way. It's the bull of the bunch, and they'll all avoid. They don't want to start a fight with Bessie."
We'd appreciate any help you could provide.
He
And
kind
then,
of he reaches down off the thing. It's like it's high up. He reaches down like none of you can actually reach him, but he reaches out a hand like he's gonna shake your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
Reach up, so you like barely touch his fingers.
I do
Give
my
him-
fingers like this.
Like, like it makes the air guitar.
Yeah.
Wiggity, 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 wiggity.
He says
Rock
the
power.
name's Gara. And Gurley, can't you tell? That one and those with him, they're like me. And she kind of gives y'all a look over. Oh, lost my dice. And kind of nods her head. And then he just starts to lead the way with the giant elk.
I'm gonna try and find out what he means by that.
You don't know? You're like, that's weird.
I hurry up and ask him if you got any other giant elk mounts laying around somewhere that you could give to some weary travelers.
No, friend. The elk are hard enough to tame on your own. Sometimes it takes a little bit of magic to do it. Me, I've lived here for over a century. The herd sees me as one of their own. It's the only reason I'm able to tame a beast like this.
Did you not see my animal handling? Huh.
Oh,
Wow.
you try to do animal handling, and the giant elk just kind of like bends down like it's gonna like smell you, and then its giant lips kind of like, and it like knocks you over with its tongue. Oh my god, there's monsters in my house. Oh,
Monsters.
monsters and a truck. A big truck.
Hey,
That's not a big guy, that's a little guy. Go downstairs. So he starts to lead you with the giant elk through the herd. The herd goes back to kind of grazing.
And I want to ask him about the creature that we saw in the sky to the east, or that
Okay.
they saw in the sky to the east. I'm gonna say like, well, my companion saw something in the sky the other night, and it's apparently been appearing every night. Maybe you could talk to them and we could figure out what it was. But
Aye. So
I never saw the creature myself, but
as winter approaches and the snows fall, a lot of times we get frost giants to come down from the ice. This is prime season for them to train young white dragons.
Oh shit!
So they've probably come out here to hunt some of the herds of elk before they travel south before like hard winter comes in. This is kind of a sweet spot where the dragons and the frost giants can come down and the heat isn't unbearable for them, and they can train young dragons that some of their leaders use as mounts.
Are these frost giants hostile?
I would imagine they are.
Do you have warm blood in your veins?
Of course.
Then yes.
I'll grind my bones to make their bread.
Yeah, really. I've tasted it before. It's not very good.
I asked the dwarf if she's hungry. Do you want an egg?
Sure.
Here's an egg.
He swallows it in one bite. Oh, bad things happen. So there's a up on top of the elk is like, oh, oh, a spicy one that. Oh,
Oh man, I
he
could
tries-
react like that.
he tries to like kind of like walk it off type of thing. Like he's up there, he's like, oh, alright, good. Maybe a little gone sour. And he continues on. He's never going to admit that it hurt him.
Yeah,
That's what you kind of
that's
sense.
pretty hilarious.
So y'all end up through the elk, and he says, I gotta, if you're right and there is some type of dragon around here at night, I better stay with the herd. Fail, why don't you take him on to meet your husband at the outpost? And the half elf lady, she kind of nods her head. She's again been very quiet the whole time, and she just kind of nods and says, "Aye." And after like maybe an hour traveling with her, if nothing else is gonna go on, then you guys,
No.
it's dark again and you need to stop. But you're probably like maybe one day away from whatever place they're talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
So you're
good.
gonna set up your watch again?
Yeah, but I think we should do 2 and 2, like at least 2 people watching and at a time.
Can we do that?
I'll attempt to watch.
So who's watching first?
Me and
Alex
Chase. I mean, yeah, me and Chase.
Torn?
Yeah, I'll do the first.
I'll
Okay.
do the second. I'll be on the second watch. with
I
somebody
will
else.
also take the second.
Okay, so the first two do a check perception.
Chase, don't you get advantage?
He does get advantage
Yeah.
Yes.
during the daytime and clear skies.
Oh, yes,
But-
it's not daytime.
So you see it. It's not close though. I mean, it's no closer than it was the day before.
Do I only have dark vision when I'm transformed?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't seem any closer. But the next two, go ahead and do it.
Sure.
Oh, I point out to him whenever we switch.
Where you just keep seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wu-Tang is very good at this.
I'm a perceptive motherfucker.
So yeah, you see it in the night sky again, and as you are kind of on watch and you're seeing it, while Yorick looks kind of like in other directions, it seems. The moon elf, the half moon elf lady, she kind of walks up to you, Wu-Tang, and she says, "When we get close to the outpost, it'd be best if you stayed behind."
Okay, any particular reason why?
I don't have any hatred for you specifically. I've watched you while we've been traveling. You're kindly to the children and you tell them stories. But
Wait,
your
okay.
heritage, you won't be welcomed here.
When did I tell stories to the kids?
Earlier, But I mean, I just assume you've been telling them the whole time since you said you told them.
Sure, yes, I've been telling stories to the children. I'm a good person. But very well, I shall not enter the city. I do not wish to cause any undue stress.
Was you being a good person a bluff check?
Him being a good person. The main thing is he hasn't been like it's not like he's been attacking anybody or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to go and
Oh.
murder for no reason.
So, yeah, she's just fair warning. People around here don't take kindly to anyone of your heritage. In fact, you're the only goblin I've ever seen in this land.
Hobgoblin, but I understand.
And then she just walks off and settles down.
Do you consider yourself? Well, I guess you would, wouldn't you?
What?
You think you're the higher form of goblin folk?
Duh.
Duh. Duh.
Do you see this samurai sword? Have you ever seen any other goblins? And as I say the word, I spit on the ground with a sword like this.
That's
Didn't
true.
think so.
You are like twice as tall as any goblin I've seen. So.
Except for that one bugbear that you fought with the whip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was bigger than him.
Yeah, well, bugbears can suck it.
That's true too. They can suck it.
They can.
All right, so if nothing else is going on, the sun rises again. You guys head out. It looks like maybe by early afternoon you'll reach what appears to be the not only the sea, this inland sea that's here, but also a small collection of buildings. One large inn-looking type building, and then a number of smaller like hovels with maybe like a couple like sheds and things like that, and a small dock that looks like it could fit like maybe like one smaller like sailed vessel on it, or like a number of like fishing vessels. There are a number of small fishing boats pulled up along the shore, and there's a excuse me. There's a sign hanging from the inn-like building that has a bull who's like rushing forward on it, almost like pushing against like a bear that's grabbed it by the horns, and it says "The Bear and the Bull."
The bull and the bear.
Do I notice
there's
Wu Tang's not with us? I'm assuming.
Right, I'm back at the camp we just made.
You
There's
stayed
a
back
bar
like,
near me that's called the Bull and Bear.
oh, there is.
Anyways, go on. I stayed back at the camp we made.
Okay,
Okay.
you stayed like a half a day away from everybody else.
Sure,
Okay.
Pretty far. Why don't you just stay outside the camp?
because there was already a camp here.
True. You didn't
Okay.
have to set up a camp. Anybody staying with him? Anybody questioning why he's staying behind? None of that.
Yeah.
Do I
Anybody want to
notice
like
him?
bro down?
I guess let me see if I notice him being gone.
Didn't even notice you weren't there. That's how stealthy you are.
I probably noticed.
Well, I mean, he was there when the lady told.
Well, he
He
was
was
kind of
on.
like doing other stuff. She was pretty quiet about it.
Oh, I assumed we were both.
So
standing
yeah,
next to each other.
as the caravan left that morning, you noticed that Wu Tang did not follow.
Hey, where'd Wu Tang go? I'm gonna look at Drizzle.
Drizzle, where your boy at?
Yeah, where your boy at?
Are you talking to me? It's a little laggy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Where's
Where's-
Wu Tang?
Where did Wu Tang go? I don't see him. I don't see him.
I've
with us.
been asleep for like 3 days.
Just asleep in the wagon, cuddled up in a blanket.
I'm so well rested, but honestly, I don't know. Hold on. Speedy, go find Wu Tang.
The snake.
Yeah.
In,
Speedy
the,
knows Wu Tang.
in this tundra area, you're gonna send this takeout.
We think he's gonna die, and he's like half a day away.
Speedy leaves, never to be seen from again.
Or...
Speedy.
Hold on, I use my animal handling skill to call
not
Speedy
here.
to me.
Just a second, I'm redoing my roll 20. Yeah. So as y'all are arriving at this outpost that we're describing, the snake slowly slithers into the camp with Wu Tang. It's like frostbitten tails, like black, It's like, comes up to the campfire and like is so cold it just pretty much like tries to like lay in the fire. With your animal handling, you're able to get it to do whatever you want. What would you like it to do?
Speedy, let me tell you a tale of why I'm not allowed near any of the towns on the northern border of this country. It all began many years ago when.
And it fades out as his voice slowly fades into the distance. It fades back in to the rest of the group at this small settlement on the
Good, 'cause I
edge
had
of the
no-
inland sea.
That was going nowhere fast.
No, that was perfect.
I want to go and grab a drink from the tavern. And,
Okay.
Kind of as I walk into the town, like I don't know if the rest of the group's coming or not, but
I'll go with you.
I just kind of want to look around and see what I see. Like, are there people around, like mulling about? Are there people?
So there is definitely some people here. There's an obvious difference between these people just without even making a perception check. That these people seem like they have a purpose. There's nobody like idly wandering around. There's no like crowds or anything like that. Obviously, it's a very small outpost. But there does seem to be more people here than any. You can't see like any source of food other than like fishing boats that this place could support. But they all seem to have like some type of job to do. They're either leaving town, heading out. Some of them with like a sled dog team to like the north, like going around the sea to the north. You see fishermen out on the lake. You see people chopping wood. You see some people handling like horses and things like that.
Yeah.
And if you're going inside the inn / tavern, there's a number of people there. All of them look gruff, and kind of able to handle this rough environment. Most of them are, if they're not big and strong, they definitely seem like hardy folk. And again, it kind of shocks you how many people are there. There's quite a few people in the tavern, probably like 10.
Our goal is to try to get to an island, right, where the shifters are.
You're trying to get the people to the island, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you go inside, there's a large bearded man with like long dark hair, kind of leaned up against the bar. He's not serving, but he definitely seems to be someone that everyone's like treating with respect.
Okay. I guess I want to start going through I guess kind of just assessing the tavern and looking around. I want to start asking questions, maybe buy a couple people a drink, and just kind of find out what's going on in the area.
Okay, so you're just going to go start to mingle and stuff like that? You're going to do an investigation check to do that?
Okay. What about a persuasion?
I mean, you can do a persuasion, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get back to that in 1 second. So, Jace, before you investigate, this woman who the dwarf called Fail, she kind of grabs you and says, "You're going to want to talk to my husband, Perrin." And she kind of starts leading you towards the large bearded man and up against the bar, who's leaning up against the bar.
Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Okay, so if you come up, he kind of has he doesn't look like a very like jovial person. He looks pretty serious. Just kind of sits there quietly and nods with respect. She kind of whispers in his ear, and he kind of raises an eyebrow at her, but not like shocked, but just kind of like intrigued. And he says, "What are you doing here, friend? How can we help you?"
Well, I'm trying to get my family and friends to the Shifter Islands that we've heard about.
Shifter Islands. Yeah, those are out on the sea, but it's hard to get there. And the Werebless, they don't trust easily. Why should they why should your family go there?
Because they're were shifter people as well, and they think they'll belong and feel, I guess, hopefully welcomed.
This whole group here, you're saying? And he points at like all your people start to come in and like mill about a little bit. The children, they're trying to like corral the children and everything. And he's pointing at like Drizzle, John, Xerxes, and Torin. He's like, all of them
Oh, I'm with the Auric.
are
Not
shifter
And-
were people.
All of them -5.
4.
4.
So he kind of looks the group over and he's like, that would be very odd. Tell me your tale.
I recap the Strahd adventure.
Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. So you recap how you came from. Essentially, you're from Barovia, which has been blocked off from the rest of the world for a long time. And he's like, that is quite a tale. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a lot of wereblessed or even shifters about. We're kind of a rarity these days. And he very clearly says we are kind of a rarity these days.
Well, that's why we came here, to hopefully gain some acceptance.
Whoosh! Right over Jace's head.
So,
I
Torn, you're not in here.
I know. I'm with.
No, you're in the room, but you're not in this conversation. So
Oh,
he
okay.
says,
Are we all in the tavern?
yeah, Loyark's in the
Oh,
tower.
okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
So go back to while you're telling that whole story, Leoric, you're going around and you're talking to people. What are you
Yeah.
necessarily looking? What information are you looking for?
Just general information about the area, like what are the dangers, what are the things we should watch out for. Is there any news? Like fake
So
news
this is a
or
trading
recently?
post for any of the North folk or any merchants that are willing to like travel all this way,
Yeah.
which it is not non-existent just because of the fact that there's like certain things that only are from the North area, especially
Mhm.
like furs and things like that could be like fetch a lot of money other places. But there's only one non like swimming or flying or magical way to the islands, and it's a ship that comes here once a week from the Shifter Islands. But they usually don't allow any passengers back with them, unless you are an actual like Lycan or a shifter, um, because they don't trust like anybody else.
So you have to
So they
either
bring goods from the islands and
Yeah.
or money, and they buy stuff and trade, and then they go back. They don't normally like just trade with anybody. The dangers around here is what you've already heard. There's frost giants and like dragons and stuff to the east.
Yeah.
Some there's your normal like um, hazards for just Northlands, which are uh,
Hmm.
like there's sometimes like mammoths and stuff like that. If you go in near the water, like or try to like go through the water, um, there's known a few pods of killer whales, orcas and stuff like that. And then there's excuse me, there's the one like the most dangerous thing they talk about is the frost worms. They said if you see a frost worm, pretty much get out of there.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
but yeah,
Any
that's
news about settlements or anything else? Like
nah. This
anything that's happened recently?
they're looking to you for news. They're like, you're an
Oh.
outsider. Like most of these people live in the area, either in like smaller area, like small places, or this is like the last time they're gonna travel this far north for the winter because it's about to be pretty bad.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll relay some stuff from Sanctuary and where else? The other city that we came from.
Barovia. We killed Strahd.
Yeah. Well, I'll give him some general tips.
So you,
if I was
you just
ever
talk
told
about
to
like Barovia,
cities.
the fog coming down in Barovia and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
in general
Mhm.
terms, not like that
Yeah, I understand.
that we did it. Yeah.
With the 26 persuasion, I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
So then back to Perrin and Jace. Perrin says, this is a very unusual situation. To find a group as large as yours of those with shifter blood, much less full lichens from your story, is outlandish to say the least. Like it's unheard of. I'm gonna mingle with your people and I'll talk to them, and I'm sure others will want to hear their stories, and I'll talk to you tomorrow about it.
All right, sounds good.
And so he kind of goes into the crowd and he sits down at a table with your dad and your mom and one of the were-ravens. And there's just a lot of mingling and stuff. You guys are all outsiders from a different like area of the world. They're all interested in news. It seems like if you're anyone else is taking Leoric's strategy, like there's plenty of people willing to talk to you. Anybody else want to do anything before you guys just like settle down for the night or something?
I'll try to figure out what a frostworm is.
Okay, so you're gonna do
Yeah.
roll
on
a
the lake,
different
right through
investigation
my
check.
face to him.
I think I would know what that is, wouldn't I? Isn't it a dragon?
You might.
It's a dragon, right? It's a elder white
No.
dragon.
No. From what you try to talk to Jace about how it's like Jace is trying to ask people about it, and they're like, it's a giant worm thing, and it comes out of the snow. It'll swallow you whole, and you're like, yeah, it's like an elder dragon, and they're like, ain't no dragon. Nah, dragons are different. You see those from far away flying in the sky if you're lucky. These are different. They lie in wait under the snow. You'll never know they're
Anybody
there.
Has that guy seen a dragon before?
He starts to stutter a little bit. He's like, well, no, not
I'm gonna try and.
not actually, but I've heard enough about dragons. That's not the same thing.
Okay. I'll believe that he probably hasn't seen a dragon because I was gonna. Perhaps
You can
try and use his
you
pockets
can
to-
you can insight them and check them.
I guess I will. We'll see how well that ends up.
Yeah, he
That's
seems to
good.
be telling the truth. He does seem a little in his drink a little bit though.
Okay. He's telling
Anything
the truth.
else?
No.
Okay,
Not for
so
Well, this is a trading post, right? Are there any like shops around?
this is the only shop. Like it's a
Okay.
tavern, bar, trading post, inn. It's everything. They don't really
I
have
do-
like a store set up. It's just like the barkeep has like some stuff like he can like sell you like supplies and things like that.
Okay, never mind then.
Well, I
It's
do
not like
wanna-
they have magic battle axes hanging all over the walls or something like that.
I do want to explain to Jace and the rest of the group what I heard from the tavern folk that there's one ship that goes back and forth from the shifter lands, and normally they won't take passengers to the shifter lands unless they're shifters. I don't know if maybe the rest of the group could stay on the ship and there wouldn't be any problems, but they probably wouldn't accept any of us on the island unless we were a shifter.
Okay,
Okay.
so Perrin, his wife Fail, does come up to you guys and explains to Jace that they don't have enough rooms for like everybody. They can find 2 rooms, so like and enough bedding for like all the kids, but everybody else will probably have to like stay outside, like either in like a separate camp or like they can try to like be in like the stables area or something like that.
Okay.
I guess I'll go with the stables.
Yeah, stables works.
Why don't we just put them all on a ship and just send them there?
There's
don't
no
have to go,
there's
do
no
we?
ship
Yeah. He said it
I think-
comes like every couple days or something, right?
every week. Oh, you're talking about what to send them. Like you don't have to go with them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just send
Yeah,
them.
if you're discussing
As
that,
long
go
as they're-
discuss it.
Yeah, I mean, my only worry would be if they were hostile, and it doesn't seem like they would be, but I just don't know.
Well, that's like the whole thing. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a sound? Like if they die, do we know they die?
If these
It's
lichens
what
are
is it-
evil
what
and
is
they
that?
kill all these
That's
other lichens, do we care?
It's Schrodinger's law. Like we don't know they died.
I don't necessarily know the nature of these shifters, but I'm not gonna just send them.
Do a
to their
history
deaths.
check on it a little bit again. Okay, so all you know about shifters
Yeah.
is that they are like the original founders of Sanctuary, which is
Oh,
a
okay.
good thing in your mind. But
Yeah.
you also heard that they're meddlers, and they meddle in everybody else's business, and eventually it caught up to them, and that's why they left.
Okay. So knowing that it's like I may not necessarily trust them completely, but I'm not going to just send them to their deaths.
Oh, I'm not saying send them to their deaths. It sounds like they travel very regularly. I mean, it sounds like a very reliable way of transportation to get somebody to that island if they're bringing supplies every week.
Well, if we came this far, I'd like to confirm that they're in a place where they're not going to be just.
I feel like it'd be more troublesome to figure out a way back. I mean, if we go there and we can't come back, then why would we even go? Why don't we just send them?
Well, what I'm saying is that we don't know their nature. Maybe we could wait until tomorrow and talk with
Okay, yeah,
that
I'm okay with that.
weird creature and see if they're civilized or not.
That's
and,
fine.
Yeah, maybe we could figure that out.
Okay.
So we lost
In the
Drizzlejaw
morning.
again, but we'll assume that he's silent on this information because there's no gambling in this spot.
In fact, there's very
So-
little money up here.
Probably would have gambled for a spot in the stables.
Does anyone want to do anything else before you rest down for the night?
I'm good.
I do have two spell slots left. I would
Oh my
maybe
gosh.
put. I have. I just noticed I have 2 more.
I thought you
Uh,
had
so-
a shield and something else, and then
I
you
have
got
a
two other ones.
I have a shield and 2 hunter's marks. I don't have anything else.
I can give you a.
Do another shield.
I can give you a Misty Step if you wanted. for
No, that's
2
level
spell
2.
slots.
I can put a level 2 in.
You can
Oh,
put
it
a
has
level
5? I thought I had 4.
It's 5.
Oh, okay.
So I could give you a Misty Step. I also have Shield of Faith, Thunderous Smite, and Cure Wounds.
Give me another shield.
He doesn't have
Okay.
shield. I thought.
Where
He has Shield
did I
of
get that
Faith.
from?
I have a Shield of Faith.
Yeah, Shield of
Where's
Faith's
that-
different.
Is that
Chris.
the reaction? Oh, Chris gave me
Chris's
shield.
shield.
Chris's is reaction, but that would stack with this one because this is a bonus action, so you could get
I-
plus 7 in one turn if you really need
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's plus. Yeah, I have shield of faith.
But Shield of Faith is a concentration. So you
Yeah, I don't want it.
So you want Misty Step instead?
Sure.
Okay, I'll give you a Misty Step.
Okay.
That's fine. We're done.
So you guys rest for the night. In the morning, it doesn't look like Perrin's available to talk. If when you gotta like try to go look for him and stuff like that, he seems to be busy. He's gone somewhere.
Colin, just cast a spell if you can. Sorry.
Yeah, he already cast it.
Oh, I already gave it to you.
No, I was if there's a description, so I can copy and paste it.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
But rewind real quick. We're gonna go back to the night. Wu Tang, what are you doing out in the wilderness right now?
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I'm singing to Speedy.
Gotcha. While you're singing, make a perception check.
Uh-oh. Perception check.
There's a whoosh in the night and you're gone. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoosh. Speedy falls to the ground.
And you're airborne. No, there's a decidedly not stealthy, heavy clopping sound as you look. The giant elk has kind of strolls up, and the dwarf guy jumps down.
Oh, I was hoping it was just the elk. I was gonna try
And he says, you need companionship for the night? Somebody to keep you warm? And he gives you a wink.
sorry, man. I ain't into your dwarf guys. If you happen to know any drow around here, maybe. I mean,
Drow? Drow? I hope not. He says, nah, I knew the lady would ask you to stay outside the outpost. I thought I might be able to explain a bit if she didn't herself. Plus, could be nice to have companionship out here in the night. Other than just old Bessie here. And he plops himself down next to your fire.
very well then. This is Speedy, my companion snake.
He looks alarmed that snake is in this cold weather.
Yes, he must remain next to the fire, or I'm afraid he might die.
He said, I might have something to help that, and he starts to like cast a little bit of magic, and he touches Speedy, and Speedy kind of like lightens up, his color and stuff returns. He says, it should be good for a day or two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Says you're not one to talk, are you?
Nope. I'm more of the killing type.
End
Hello?
scene.
Hey, Chris.
I'm back. I'm back.
You're back again.
You missed
So
nothing. Don't worry.
don't worry. All right. So yeah,
Chris,
if you're
saved
not
your snake.
asking him any questions, he just hangs out with you.
Was
All
he
right.
going to explain why I wasn't allowed in the village? He said he was going to explain. I was waiting for him to explain.
You didn't ask him about it.
He said he was going to explain.
Okay, he explains it to you. He asks you what you know about lichens.
Nothing, except for the one that I travel with.
So he tells you what he knows about goblins, and he knows that in like the wars hundreds of years ago, there was a kill order by goblins on all lichens. They captured and enslaved like many races, but not lichens. It was a kill on sight thing. And there's history that he can't just tell anybody, so he can't go into it deeper, but there's a deep-seated history between the goblins and the lichens. And he's like, I can't even really, it's really not even with goblins. He's like, I was born a dwarf first. And so I only know about this because of finding out, like becoming a lichen. So I don't have any hatred of your kind, and you're obviously not associated with the Groken Empire just by your travel companions, but there's a lot of bad blood, and a lot of these lichens have lived for a long time, and they don't forget. So
Very
better that
understandable.
you stay away.
Yes, the goblin history is mired in conquest and destruction, so I understand quite a lot.
And so that's all I'm gonna say about that. End scene.
Okay. Now let me tell you about the second time I got crabs.
No, the scene the scene isn't. So Perrin is somehow busy. You guys don't see him. Fail says that he hasn't made any decisions yet, and to like hang out. So you guys can just hang out and just do nothing, or you can figure out like something around town you want to do, or you just wait, whatever you want to do.
Well, I want to have the conversation with what's his name that Jace told us about. I guess Jace needs to have that conversation, but that's all I'm waiting on is for him to have that conversation.
Okay. So
If
as
he-
luck would have
if
it,
he
today
notices-
is the day the ship comes in,
Okay.
and there's a small two-sail ship that appears on the horizon and comes to the port, and you guys hadn't been able to find like Perrin all morning, but he's actually at the little dock waiting when the ship arrives, and he goes onto the ship and seems to be talking to some people, and after probably an hour or two, he comes back and he sees y'all all just like waiting waiting around for him, and he approaches Jace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, with again, he's very stoic. He doesn't show a lot of like emotion on his face. Seems very serious. He says, "This is such a strange occurrence for such a large number of lichens to be found at one time, and to not already have some type of connection with our people, to have been separated from us for so long. It's unprecedented." And so a short-term solution that we found is that all of the children may go to the islands, and they'll be taken care of, and you won't have to worry about them. We'll treat them as our own. Anyone else that would like to go to the islands must stay here for a minimum of 6 months. Prove that they're trustworthy, prove that they can work and like live in these harsh lands. Otherwise, you have to leave.
Can I do an insight about like the children being safe?
Sure. Yeah, he seems very serious. He doesn't seem deceitful at all.
Okay. Are my parents around here, like listening to this, or
Yeah, they're listening to it. Like your dad's kind of getting like in his feelings about it all, and your mom especially. She's getting a little, you know how she gets, especially on the kids.
Don't let me hit her with an axe again.
So they're both getting kind of like, why never, like take the children, but not the rest of us. This is ridiculous. They look like they are against it, and it would take some convincing otherwise.
I'll speak up and say, what if they were able to keep the children in town while they prove themselves? And if they prove themselves, then all of them could go to the island. And then I'm gonna make a persuasion check.
Probably don't need to proposing. However.
So he does show like some emotion. The first like kind of like emotion that he shows to y'all a little bit is he does seem like he cares and he listens to you, and it seems like he wants to agree with you.
Then that way, because having noticed the other lichens not going for that, I'm gonna throw that out there and see what they say.
Sadly, it's not my decision. And I don't have, as you saw last night, I don't have the room to house 15 children. Not to mention, winter is coming, and while it's going to be extremely harsh here, on the islands, nobody can hear you talking, yelling whatever about winter's coming. On the islands, they won't be touched by the winter. It's the safest place for the children. And while I don't agree with separating y'all, I do agree with that assessment from the captain of the ship.
Aren't the islands farther north? Why would they be safe from the winter?
The islands are kind of a temperate paradise in the middle of this Arctic land. They have hot springs and geothermal vents and things like that warm them. So they've actually been created by volcanic or geothermal activity, and they are significantly warmer than the surrounding area. It's part of the reason why the sea never freezes.
Send them.
He said, I'll be able to house all the adults here until they've earned the trust of the rest of the Wereblessed. And you have my promise that I will speak if they earn my trust, that I will speak for them.
And how long is that going to take?
Months.
6 months.
Just months. He doesn't know.
What's the nature of these Wereblessed? Are they trustworthy, civilized creatures?
They're led by some elders. They can get a little uppity at times about what they consider lesser beings, but about other lichens, you can trust them in any way. You can trust them with anything, with anybody that's lichen blooded. Their number one concern is protecting all lichen blooded.
Okay, I'll step aside and say, "This is your arena, Jace. He's convinced me."
All right. I mean, I guess I'll talk to my parents and tell them that we don't really see any other way around this situation, and
Make
this seems
a persuasion check. At advantage because of all the
Oh.
things that were just explained because of Leoric talking to him. So you do succeed on your persuasion check. Your dad kind of like understands, like he's used to the hard decisions, and he kind of like, your mom storms off, and he's like I'll talk to her, we'll agree to that. Like, I don't know about the ravens, but the wolves will stay here. So him and your mom and the other 3 werewolves will all stay at this at the bull and the bear.
Okay, bye, Jace.
Wait, by Jace?
Oh yeah, he's staying. The werewolves are staying, right?
I don't know if Jace is staying.
No.
I was going to continue with the party.
No, I know.
So
Unless he wants a new character.
Perrin kind
Sure.
of like nods to y'all as it looks like your dad's gonna accept that thing, and he goes back and starts talking to the ship captain and stuff like that, and looks like he's trying to negotiate whatever they're gonna do, and a number of the merchants and people in the area are moving up and discussing with people from the ship, like trade and things like that. So what are you guys doing?
I mean,
I guess saying my goodbyes and then figuring out where we're headed next.
probably go back and meet up with Wu Tang.
I want to ask around in town and see if that ship goes anywhere else other than the Lycan Islands. Maybe we could hitch a ride on it,
Well, we got to go get Wu Tang. Like
or hitch a ride on a caravan or something.
he's a half a day.
So this place isn't big enough to have like caravans. Like it's
Okay.
mainly just single individual people, or like they have like one wagon, or like people on horseback, like just trading like goods, preparing for
Yeah.
the winter. Again, this isn't like there's a lot more people than you thought here, but it's like it's because it's only like 7 buildings. It's not a area that has like a huge town.
Do I know if the ship only goes to that one island?
Do a investigation check. Ask like some of the merchants and people. As far as everyone you talk to knows, like the merchant people, all they know is that it goes to the islands. The Lycans won't give you an answer.
Okay. Well,
Rude.
I'll just wait on us getting the group together and everything else, and we'll figure out where we're going up from there.
Okay. So you guys, I guess leave them there, right? You said you're gonna say you say your goodbyes, Jace, to your parents.
hmm
Your mom's still pretty pissed off, but she says goodbye to you. Your dad does some like bro like arm grasp thing where he grasps your forearm while you grasp his forearm, and he says, "Take care of my bracers. I don't want to come find them." Okay.
Okay. Do I feel them get stronger?
You do. You do. What were you at right now? 3?
Yes.
Now you're a 5.
Nice. Any chance the Constitution goes up?
No,
Okay.
you're not
Worth
that
a
lucky. You're not that lucky.
Yeah.
You don't have any eggs.
Okay. So if nothing else is happening, y'all head out from there and you go find Wu Tang. With the remaining daylight.
Sure.
Yep.
He's been left alone by the dwarf who's gone off again,
Oh,
and you guys are at camp, and it's about time to set camp anyways. And what are you doing now?
I guess we'll set up camp.
Wow. Finally got just us now. So
hey guys,
don't have anybody slowing us down.
how was the shapeshifter village?
We never got there, but they're well taken care of.
Yeah, I feel like I'm stronger somehow. I feel like I should
Like I leveled.
be level 11.
Hey.
Yeah.
Chase, pay up. And I hold out my
Mm.
hand in a.
Didn't he say he's going to pay all of us?
I did.
He did say he was going to pay all of you. That's true. What are you doing? Are you paying them?
Yeah, I'm paying them.
How much was it each? 1,000?
Yes, except for Andy
2,000.
or Wu Tang.
Oh, Wu Tang gets 2,000. Everybody else gets 1,000, but Wu Tang. Wait, what about Is
much
that
do we
2?
get?
Yeah, but is his cut also Drizzle's cut?
Nope, it was my cut.
I thought Drizzle was with y'all.
Nope.
I remember this.
I asked if he wanted to go on an adventure, and he's like, "Nah, I got other stuff to do." And he went to go like gamble or whatever.
Okay. Well, he's not here to defend himself, so he gets no money.
He doesn't need any money.
No, he
I
gets
got
what, 1,000, right?
Yeah, 1,000.
I'll add it to his sheet since he seems to his internet's cracked out completely. Where is it in the sheet? I think it's
Excuse me.
Playing too much of that Rocket League.
he went to play Rocket League. What?
No, I said he's been playing too much of that Rocket League.
And that's why his internet's crapped out.
Yeah.
Wasted all his internet.
That is a thing, sadly. Wasting all your internet.
Oh, it really is.
I just got warned about 90% of my monthly allotment.
I have unlimited, so it's nice.
I also
Yeah.
got warned
You got
4
warned
days
too?
ago.
Yeah, I got warned a couple days ago. The kids are like, "Why can't we watch shows on Netflix, Daddy? Like, we're watching DVDs this weekend, okay?"
Shut up and watch the DVD.
So, is the plan just what we discussed already? You guys are gonna just head west now?
Yeah, we gotta.
What do I know about what's to the west?
Yeah.
'Cause it seems like this area is a very
Um,
So yeah,
I need to change laptops real fast.
Oh, you're fine. So to the south is this huge mountain range. You can see it from where you are. Like it's massive, and that's the mountain range you guys went underneath through the tunnels. And it's
Yeah.
known this center section of it that crosses like the entire continent is known as the Wall because
Can we
it's
go under it,
nearly
the-
impassable.
like the Underdark?
I mean, that's kind of where you were before when you went through the Shield Dwarf like thing.
Can we go to the Underdark?
So there are on your map. Your map doesn't have a lot of info on it again, but it does have any square is an entrance to the like highway, the Underdark highway. Any square with a plus sign in it, the plus signs again mean ruins. So there's a number of them on the center of the map that are closed, and they've been like abandoned by the Shield Dwarves due to some event in the past. That's all your characters really know about it. You just know that there's a number of tunnels abandoned, and that there's actually now two separate groups of dwarves that run the tunnels, an east and a west, and the middle is unaccessible. But you need to get all the way to Blar. And Blar is pretty far, way farther than you guys have ever gone. Most of it is open tundra and stuff like that. Unless you go to the south and go to like the mountain areas and travel like along the base of the mountains. And again, winter is coming, not to quote that show.
Too late.
So there are roads at the base of the mountain, I guess.
Maybe we should cross the mountains to where it might be warmer, and then head to Blar, and then cross back. That way we don't freeze to death. I kind of head like south.
South,
Like
there
southwest.
is a connection of tunnels in like just north of Socan Lake,
Yeah, I see that. Yeah,
and you could travel to the south side.
Yeah,
we
let's
should
that.
do. Let's do that, and then we can continue to Blar, and then somehow maybe we can cross the mountains into Blar.
You wanna
Sounds
do
good
that?
to me.
Okay. The people that make decisions are making decisions.
Yes, I am a follower.
Good.
We're at that number 4 by the lake.
No, we're
no, you
north
guys
of
are
that.
like
We're
on the lake.
on the lake.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
on the lake. Okay.
You're
So, I
on
guess
the
let's
lake.
Oh, hi, Bruce.
We lost like the rest of our party, anyways. Do you guys
Just
want to
that.
continue on, or do you want to call it? Because Chris is calling it for the night.
I mean, I don't know. I'm good to go. I mean, it's up to them.
Continue on through the tundra. So y'all head south towards the mountains, and you're going to try to find your way to whatever the tunnel entrance is for the shield dwarfs in the mountain areas.
Right.
Okay. So
Where'd you go?
where? What? Jeff?
Yeah.
His computer, he had to switch laptops or something.
Yeah, let's just let's press on.
Okay. What the fuck? I don't know why that has two of y'all. So as you guys head to the mountains, let's see what happens. We're just traveling. Let me mark down some days because it's pretty uneventful because again, it's open. The weather just continues to deteriorate. And that causes most creatures are also like going wherever they go to stay safe. Until one day, you're walking along, and you come to a small pond area. And oh, yeah, there you go. You can see that, right? No, you can't because I've got it hidden. There.
Hello?
And
Hello?
there.
Hey, hello?
Hey.
Hello?
You're back.
Okay, I'm
Oh
here.
my gosh, look who
Yes.
that is.
Whoa! Drunkard!
Which you think is Drunkard, but it's really a dead body.
Oh.
Haha, Drunkard's dead.
Yeah, I don't know why Drunkard's there. Who are we missing? We actually have like a completely wrong group here. This isn't the people that we need here at all.
Yeah, I'm not there and Drizzle's not there.
Yeah, it's somehow copy and pasted from a page where they weren't with the party.
The older characters. I don't have an 18 armor class anymore.
Yeah, don't worry about those characters. Give me a second. Somehow that's a very old map that I've reused because we didn't use it.
Grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, there we've got that guy, that guy's over here, over here, over here. So you guys are headed south along this road. Come to a small lake and a fork in the road with a dead body.
Dead body?
You can rearrange yourselves if you're not in where you think you should be. But yes, there's a dead body in the road. What do you do?
Listen,
I want to look around really quick.
can I see from here if it looks fresh?
As I'm looking around, I want to use my divine sense to see if there's any undead around. Celestial, fiend, undead, hallowed or unhallowed ground.
Nope.
Okay. I don't want that body grabbing me.
So you're gonna go around it?
No. I'm gonna move forward along
Hold on.
the snow,
I'm
Okay.
moving with him, but I'm.
and I wanna investigate the body as I get here.
Well, does it look fresh?
You're unsure because you haven't made a perception check yet.
Perception check.
Wu-Tang, the body looks cauterized.
Cauterized. That means fire.
I can barely tell there's a body there.
It's in the snow. It's half buried.
Is the
Stealth.
is the person dead?
Is the person dead? Yes, they are
Yeah.
dead. Leora can figure that out. They're dead.
I'm gonna try and pull him out of the snow.
Drizzle Jaw says, let me go stand next to Jace. You're going to try to peel the body out of the snow?
Yeah.
So it kind of comes apart. It's like bit in half almost, and the wounds are cauterized. But it does
This
look like
isn't
it was
good.
bit in half.
This is not good.
What could have done this?
Something terrible.
What you doing?
Do I know of any creatures in my studies?
In your studies that can bite things in half? You know a lot of creatures that could bite things in half.
Am I
That,
sensing
that
anything?
cauterize the wound? Not so much.
Do you think it might be those snow worms?
Am I sensing anything in the area?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, you don't.
I've never.
I
read
use
anything
animal
about it.
handling. Do I know what animal did this?
It ain't no animal that you know about.
Shit, guys, it's not an animal.
What kind of race is it?
The person, it's a human. Kind of looks like some of the guys that you ran into at the outpost to the north, but it's not one of them. But just
I'm gonna
kind of
look
that
for-
type of person.
I want to look for tracks. And then I'm gonna say, does anybody see tracks in the snow from where it came from?
Survival is tracks.
Oh, survival. Okay.
Mhm.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Not
Real-
that good.
You're real good. You're both really good. So the snow looks kind of fresh. There's no like tracks of animals like hoof prints or footprints or anything
Ooh.
like that.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, you do notice that there's quite a bit of like dirt and snow like upturned all around the area, like something was tearing up the dirt and the snow.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should move on.
I don't like
nothing to
this.
Are you moving on then?
Stealth away.
Stealth away. You're here to the north? You guys are headed south.
Oh, stealth away.
There's like some
I guess
trees
I'll
and shit.
follow. I'll go down south.
Alright.
Just
Jace, what are you
continue
doing?
until
You're
something
back, right?
happens. Yeah, Jace Lupin is back, I think.
I thought I heard him
Was-
talk. He was back.
Yeah. He was talking.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
he's muted.
I will follow the group.
Xerxes, are you following the group or are you standing way behind him?
Is that a question?
I mean, I'm kind of doing both.
He's waiting to spring the trap.
Both of those things you described, I'm doing.
Gotcha. Okay. Torin, you're not sure what your senses are telling you right now.
We searched the body, right?
Yep.
Yep. Hold up.
Okay.
I'm saying hold up.
You don't know what you're sensing right now because all of your like normal senses are telling you there's nothing around you. But some of your like deeper senses, like your like the sense like movement like through vibrations and stuff like that, is feeling like there's a buzzing coming from like the ground, but you can't like pinpoint it. There's
Something's
just
happening.
like for a normal person, they would feel nothing, but to you, it almost feels like an earthquake.
I let them know it's like there's something very strange happening. I'm getting some vibrations.
Some vibrations. Jace, looping your perceptioning. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
So
I was
you're
trying to.
you're sniffing around. You smell the burnt body. And it's like somewhat freshly burnt. And then you can't really smell. You can't really like hear anything. And then all of a sudden, you start to hear a rumbling, but it's very faint.
I tell them about the rumble that I hear.
I'm gonna
We
take
should
my,
probably get out of here.
Everybody
I'm
ready.
gonna take my halberd out and I'm gonna tell people to scatter.
Scatter. Everybody scatter and ready.
I'm gonna scatter this way.
We should.
Chris is gonna scatter towards the water. I guess. Guess I should pull
I
up
guess I'll
Chris's
stay
sheet.
where I am.
Where is Drizzle?
Am I able to pinpoint maybe where it's coming from?
One second, let me get Drizzle Jaw's sheet out if I'm gonna have him be in here. So it's rumbling louder now. You're unable to pinpoint it though.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
So you're all just chilling now?
Ready action.
Yeah, I guess I'll ready action too.
Shit.
To hit something if it comes up
Already action.
I'm gonna take out a throwing dagger and ready
in my
action.
range.
Ready action. What's he have?
Are we in low light by any chance?
No, this is like daytime.
Okay.
I'm gonna reveal a little bit.
I gotta start remembering that. I get advantage on every
Make
first
another
attack.
perception check. Anybody that cares.
I care.
So Chris just cast shield. He just cast mage armor on himself. He's like, boom, and all of a sudden you see like glowing armor appear on him. Wu-Tang, as you're looking around, you look over here in the trees, and you notice that one of the trees is like kind of leaning, and as you look closer, there's a hole in the ground where the tree's like fallen almost into the hole, and the hole's like big.
Okay, I point at the hole and I say, "There, at the tree line." And I ready my dagger to throw at it.
Torin runs over that direction.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess I'll transform.
Where it was here?
Transform.
In these trees over here,
Okay. I'll move a
back
bit
in
closer.
them, is a giant hole in the ground. And that's when, because you've readied an action. Who's readied an action?
I have.
I'd have.
I did.
Everyone has, because Tyler said it like that. um, Torn at the last second, right before you're like really ready, and that's why you like sense it. Not from the tree line, but from the hill behind you, bursts this huge centipede thing that's white and it's covered in dirt and snow. And it bursts right out of like the wall and lands
Shit!
like right there. Like,
All right.
Shit, right there.
I'm uninstalling.
That thing looks creepy as shit.
That's why he's saying he's uninstalling.
That's too
He's
many
like, I didn't fight
legs.
the spiders the other day because I didn't want to fight them.
It's too many legs.
So this thing is like half cobra with this like winged thing at its front, half like centipede, and it has like, crazy like mandible jaws, and it rears up like a cobra at its front half and just roars in a really strange roar, and then roll for initiative, and y'all people that ready, which is pretty much everybody, has a surprise round.
Well, I have one anyways, because I can't get
Xerxes has a higher dex than me.
Initiative.
That bitch.
That bitch.
Leoric with a 7.
Oh yeah, really good.
Jace with the 14. Xerxes with the 20. Who else we got? Wu-Tang, 21. Torin with a 20. Xerxes has a higher dex than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. And then for Drizzle, we've got... Where is it? Baya!
Damn.
Jeez.
25. Okay. So 25. We've got Drizzle Jaw. And he looks at it and he's like, oh shit, guys! That thing's too big to wall of force. And so he starts casting a spell and he casts a wall of fire around it. I'm assuming he would do that because he's not here. And
I'll allow it.
wall of fire. Yeah, if I do anything that you're like, he would do that, you can call me out on it. A wall of
I feel-
fire like that. Can you see it, the whole thing? I can make it a tiny bit up here. Boom.
Around the whole thing?
Yeah, like he just
Oh,
surrounds
nice.
it in fire. This snow creature, and a huge fire roars around it, and the thing like roars out as the fire surrounds it, and seems completely unaffected by it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, shit.
And then it is Xerxes' turn. No, Wu-Tang's turn. Sorry.
Okay.
Forgiven.
I am going to. Okay.
You throw a dagger at it. Hooah! That hits it. Finds a
Okay.
crease in its armored shell.
And that's a crit.
What kind of damage does it do?
Shit. Forgot to get that up again.
That's
Every
not a
time.
crit.
No, every hit is a crit because it has not taken a turn yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. So
That is necrotic. No, acid.
acid damage. Okay. So your crit that's not a crit is gonna be. We'll say we'll take this roll, which is a 2, plus your max damage, which is 7. So 9 damage plus 2 acid. You find a crease in its shell, and it like you see it stick into it and start acid bubbling out of the the wound. What are you doing now?
Okay. Hit it again. Miss, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's a miss. It just bounces off some of its hard shell. That one sticks in though.
Okay. And that one is radiant.
Okay. So again, it's going to be 10 plus 6, 16 plus radiant damage. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. It looks like you got it, but it doesn't seem to respond.
That's
And
okay. I don't
then
want it to come after me.
Xerxes, it's your turn.
All right, we're gonna start with Hunter's Mark on it,
Okay.
and then we're gonna shoot it with a bow and arrow.
Whoa.
Oh.
Ooh, ouch. I assume we get advantage because it's trapped in the firewall.
No. So that just one of your arrows goes in and just bing off of its shell.
The 21 hit.
A 21 does hit. So you find a soft spot between the exoskeleton shell. Dig it in for
21 damage.
21 damage. Okay.
Damn.
Goes oof. And that's it.
That's it.
Oh, did you transform, Jace?
You did.
Yeah, I think I said
Yes, I
that.
did.
Torin, what are you doing?
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna start with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I can hit him through the wall, right?
Through the firewall?
Yeah.
Sure.
There's a safe side and a non-safe side, so I'm assuming he put the non-safe side on the other.
He put it on the inside, yes.
Yeah.
As long as you're
Okay.
staying outside of it.
Axe attack. Axe.
That hits it. Do damage.
Damn.
17.
Makes. I'm gonna stunning strike it.
1 second. Let me get this math real quick.
Did we get a ready action or an entire round?
You get a round when you do like surprise rounds.
Oh, okay.
That's
Stunning
what I'm
strike?
assuming you did. Wait 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
So as you axe it, your hand gets burnt for 6 fire damage.
Oh, because he reached through it?
You're unsure. You just know you got burnt when you stuck your arm through and hit it.
Okay.
Like it got so hot when you stuck your arm through that it burned you for 6 damage, which is half.
Yeah. And I stunning striked it. I mean, did that do anything?
Oh, sure, yeah. Stunning strike is a con save.
Yes.
How much?
15.
15? It does not seem stunned.
Okay. That hurt. I'm gonna step back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw a javelin at it, I guess.
Okay. So you kind of run back 10 feet and then throw a javelin.
Hold on. I haven't done Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
2 dex. Okay. Alright, javelin.
Okay. Oh, you hit it. Somehow it kind of slipped in between one of the cracks again. Whoa, that's not
what?
right.
What?
23d6. Okay, sure.
Hold on. Typo.
Sure.
Rerolling. There we go.
Okay, because that's with your hunter's mark or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 11 piercing damage. Oh.
I can't do anything else, really.
Okay. So
I'm gonna
then,
move back over here, and then I'm done.
okay, so it's kind of got peppered by all these little projectiles, and so it roars again, and then it moves this way and strikes at again moving almost it's moving like a centipede as it like scurries with all of its legs towards Jace, and then it rears its head back and like a viper it strikes its head forward at you for an attack
I
roll.
bite it in response with my ready action, or no?
No, the way we're gonna do this ready action is it was like a surprise round, but it kind of got a jump on y'all too, so it ended up like washing out.
We surprised each other.
Surprised
can't be
each other.
surprised.
So it got a plus. It only got a 14 to hit on you. That doesn't hit you, right? You have like an 18 or
Nope.
something like that.
18, yeah.
So it strikes the ground as you like dodge to the side a bit, and then it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna bite him.
Bite him. I'm assuming it's delayed right now.
Yeah. If it goes twice, I'm sorry.
Why'd you press it twice if you know it's just delayed?
I hope I clicked it.
You're not supposed to be drinking before school tomorrow, Jeff.
I'm not drinking at all.
Got him.
I've had one glass of wine.
Oh. Do you want me to
60
roll it?
piercing?
There we go.
60 piercing damage? What the fuck?
Did you miss that? He rolled 23d6 plus 3.
It's a typo.
Does an 18 hit him?
Yeah, so as he vipers down and misses you, you reach out with your mouth and bite him back. Go ahead and roll damage. 11 piercing damage.
It's actually 9 because he's bigger than me.
Okay, 9 piercing damage plus 4, so 13. And then as you come away, you realize that biting it has burned your mouth, and you take 8 fire damage.
The fuck?
It's as you pull off of it, its skin, as it's like cracked shell where you bit, is like blood, but the blood is like hitting the air and like steaming in the air, and it rears back, and that's when it roars louder than it has so far, and it's more of like a shriek this time. And down its back, all these like spiny like spikes. Think like almost like Godzilla, where it starts at its head and goes all the way down its tail. They all light up with like a glow of like fiery like energy.
It's gonna be one hell of a fight.
Shit.
And then you continued your turn.
Well, I don't know if I should try and bite it again now.
Do you have any range weapons?
Nope. Let's see if I can claw it and not hurt myself.
You got it between one of the you got like one of its legs like clawed it up. Does the damage. So again, that's -2, right?
Yes.
So only 7 damage. So we've got.
Do I take fire damage from that?
You do. That also burns you, and you take 7 fire damage. The heat is radiating off this thing. Like it doesn't even feel like winter around it as you being next to it like that.
Drizzlejaw, the worst wizard.
So I mean, might as well try and bite it again. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Just take the damage, bite him. Hit him again.
Do it.
This time you take 15 fire damage.
Holy shit.
But you do a lot of damage back with your acid. The acid and the hot blood of this thing are like mixing and popping and stuff like that. That's what made you take extra damage this time, but it also hurt it a lot. So we did 19 more damage to it.
Yep.
And it's a lot of its exoskeleton is starting to be cracked around like its head and stuff like that. as the
That's good
acid kind of
news.
like drips through it and like burns it and stuff. So the acid is definitely burning it, but the fire wall that it's like half in is doing nothing. And then that's the end of your turn, right? You did 2 bites and a claw,
Yes.
even if you did them a little out of order. That's fine. And then Leoric, you're up.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm gonna end up on the body, and I'm gonna cast blinding smite on myself,
Okay.
and I'm going to ready action for that thing entering my square to attack it with my halberd, and then I'm
Okay.
also going to slam my halberd on the frosty ground and try and intimidate him, like yelling out and pointing.
Okay.
Try and make a big noise to get its attention.
This thing seems too stupid to notice you when it's like attacking someone.
Okay. Well,
It doesn't
that'll be
appear to care that you're slapping the ground.
yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Got my ready action towards it.
So Drizzle's like, shit. And he dismisses the fire wall. And then anybody have a request they'd like to shout out for Drizzle?
Banish.
I thought you're Drizzle Jaw. Aren't you Drizzle Jaw?
Yeah, but I don't want to do stuff without y'all like telling me.
Solid pattern, dude.
Hypnotic pattern? Hypnotic pattern in a 30-foot cube. So I'm guessing he's going to do it like far back so he doesn't hit y'all. Like that.
We make the save.
It seems hypnotized.
Oh.
That's good news.
That is an action. Actino. One actino to do that.
Actino.
It's Articuno.
And then it's Xerxes' turn.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Okay.
Wise choice.
A wise choice. You sure you don't want to go in and melee it?
Wait, are we going in initiative order now?
We've been going initiative order. Oh
I
yeah,
am
it's definitely
above.
Wu-Tang next. Sorry, my bad.
I am superior.
Wait. All right. Well, that damage roll didn't count.
I'll move over here, and I am going to throwing dagger. Huh.
Okay.
Okay, so it does that, and that is fire damage.
Okay, so the fire damage doesn't
That was
affect it at
useless,
all.
Andy.
Okay,
Well, it's random. It's not
Um,
his choice.
but then there's sneak attack on that.
Oh yeah, you forgot to sneak attack last turn, didn't you?
Shh, shut up. I don't want anybody to find out.
So you did 6 damage plus 8 sneak attack, 14 total.
Yes, on that attack.
Okay.
Another one. And that one is... Damn it, fire again.
Okay.
Son of a bitch. Oh, crit. A legit crit.
Legit crit. Okay.
Damn.
So it's only 1
is-
more damage than that, so it's 9.
And that is necrotic.
Necrotic? I feel like you said necrotic earlier and it was a different number.
No, 4 is the one that's acid. and
Okay, that's the
is
one you
actual
said was
necrotic.
necrotic, but it actually was
Yes.
acid. Okay.
Yep.
So you do 9 plus 5 necrotic, so 14 more. So again, this thing has cracks and stuff all over it. It has been knocked out of its daze now, though, by the damage that it took from those throwing daggers. So hypnotic pattern is now over.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
That wasn't Chris. Okay, Xerxes, you're up.
Curveball here. I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it.
Ah, got it. You hit it. You did damage. So we've got 14, 18.
18, second attack, 16, I'm assuming doesn't hit.
A 16 does not hit. It reflects off of its shell. And that's it, right?
That's it.
Okay. Then, yeah, Torin, you're up.
I'm gonna try something.
Torin, you feel more rumbling underneath your feet.
Oh shit.
What?
Coming
Oh,
from the tree line this time.
I shout out that there might be another. I'm gonna. Ooh. So if I have my axe out and I want to pull out my comma, what is that?
What are you gonna do with it?
Oh, I'm gonna
Depends.
attack at range.
Is it an Oxford comma?
Oh. Oh.
Shut up.
Who gives a fuck about not?
My comma is versatile, so I can attack at range with it. Like I can attack like
Are you gonna
Not close to
switch
it.
weapons, or are you trying to hold your axe in your hand too?
I don't think I can use my comma with one hand.
Your comma is two-handed, yeah, so you need to put your axe away.
So what
or
action is what
drop
I'm
it.
asking?
To put it away, at least a
Yeah.
bonus action.
Okay, we'll just call it a bonus action.
Okay. Bonus action, you switch weapons.
All right. Here at range, I'm going to attack with my comma.
Okay.
I have not set Hunter's Mark up on this, of course, either.
You have Hunter's Mark on this. What are you talking about? Hunter's Mark
Oh,
is
but-
on the creature, not the weapon.
No, but the damage is.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to
You haven't
put it in
fixed
there.
your stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Attack.
You just bang off of it. Bing! Like, just hit an armored plate and it doesn't penetrate. With the this is like the ball end of it, right? Like you're throwing the ball end at it.
Yeah.
You're like swinging this chained thing around and like hooking it around your leg, and then like swinging your leg out, and it comes unraveled, and it just goosh into like one of these armor plates, and it doesn't seem to affect it.
Damn.
But it looks cool. The second time around, you flip it, you hits there, you pull it back, and then flip it straight around again and try to swing it back around at it. This time it crunches into one that was weakened by the acid of Jace's bites.
Okay.
You're welcome.
It's just 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, just the 11.
Just the 11, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Then I'm going to run up, and I am going to hit it with a claw attack.
Okay.
Or my tail, I guess.
Whatever.
Whatever you want.
Whatever part of their body that you feel would do the most damage. A tail attack.
Miss.
Tail attack misses it. Huh. And then it is its turn. Okay. So on its turn, you just moved away, I'm assuming?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Okay, so on its turn, it rears back again like it's going to attack Jace, and then dives underneath the ground. And even though it's big, like it very quickly goes underneath the ground, like disappears.
Fuck!
And then it busts out of the ground over here.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
And then a second one busts out of the ground right there.
Ah!
All right, it entered my threat range.
True, I guess, but you weren't ready for that one to enter your threat range. You're ready for that one to enter your threat
Oh
range.
no, I don't have my ready. I don't have my ready action, but I have my reaction for the my feat.
Okay, but are you doing this one?
No, I'm not in range of this one for my ready action because I readied action against this one with my turn.
Okay.
But then I still have my reaction for when this enters.
Okay, so that jumps out and you just swing around at your halberd at it. You're like, oh shit!
I'm like, oh fuck! Like
10 damage.
3d6. So that's another 10 radiant, and then I'm gonna flip, plop, ploop.
Okay, so it's total of 20 damage.
Yeah.
And then you do take, because you were within 5 feet of it when you attacked it, you're going to take 5 fire damage.
Okay.
As it's a little spicy. When you hit it and some of its hot blood like squirts out near you, you're like, oh shit.
Damn.
And so this one attacks Wu-Tang.
Oh, maybe I should have stayed there.
He can try.
And it gets a 22 to hit.
That
Sorry.
Did it hit you?
It hits.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do this twice, so we're gonna add some stuff
Wait.
up, okay?
Wait.
But wait! Is that what you're saying?
Oh wait. Never mind. That doesn't work for that.
But wait! From across the room says Drizzlejaw. Rewind time. Attack roll again. That time is a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Good job.
Dang, Drizzlejaw just saved your life and he wasn't even here.
Mm,
Sadly, though, because this knight ran away from you, this one with its 10-foot reach of its bite swings out at you with its mouth and it gets a 26 to hit.
A 6?
26.
26.
Oh,
26.
that hits.
So then it does.
Oh, was it blinded?
It is, but it also has tremor sense. So it's
Oh,
not.
okay. Gotcha.
it's
So-
sensing me, sensing it.
So
Jesus.
with its bite, it does 37 damage to you.
Whoa.
Then it does
What do you
12 fire damage to you.
Woo.
So a total of 49 damage.
Okay. Ouch.
Then you need to make a dexterity save because it's grappling you. Holy shit, you barely get out. So it tries to grab you with its like extra mandibles and you like barely pull yourself out of its jaws as it tries to like pull you up with it. And Jason, it's your turn.
I don't want to fight these anymore.
Okay. I guess I'll keep attacking the one I already hurt.
So you're
Hurting
gonna-
myself.
You gonna run over and attack the one that's been hurt by you?
There's not much else I can do unless I want to just stand around.
Everybody's got their situations they're good in.
And we wait.
Are you gonna? Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Whoops.
When do I go?
You go after him.
Okay.
You're the last person in not dexterity, but initiative order.
Okay.
Yeah, why does it take so long?
Why is what taking so long?
Just for Jace. There it is. You hit him.
Five.
So
6
13,
acid.
13 damage, and you take 17 fire as like the
Holy
fiery
shit.
blood just like squirts all over you.
You have healing potions and stuff, right?
Yes.
It does look very hurt though. That's probably why you got like sprayed with so much fiery blood, because you like cracked open, like ripped off one of its plates, and then you miss, and then your claw just rips another one. And you do, we said max, which would be not the +2, right? So just 10.
Yes.
10 plus the 1, so only 11.
Oh, you crit a 19 as well?
Yes.
That's cool.
It is. You
And
take
that's it.
9 more fire damage,
It's not as bad.
but as you rip off another one of its like scales, it actually falls
So
No.
I heal 5.
and lays still.
Nice.
These guys are easy.
Too easy. Too easy.
I mean, they've taken a good chunk of my health.
They literally took, with one hit, over half my health.
Leork, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna vow of enmity this one.
Okay.
And for the rerolls, and then
For the
going to-
rerolls.
I'll try the first one, the wild swing.
Wild swing. You make my heart sad. That's a miss.
24. That's a
Oh, with the 24 does hit. I forgot about that's some pretty good bullshit when you can mix those two. Yeah, 24 hits.
Jesus, 24 damage.
24 damage plus the 8
radiant.
radiant. So we've got 32 total. So yeah, that hits it good. You just like crunched one of its armor plates.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
That time also hits. Valenty for the win.
I can only do that once per rest.
What is that? Is that a spell?
It's a Oath of Vengeance ability.
Yeah, it's his.
Okay.
It's a Vengeance Paladin thing.
I can either like select a creature and make them scared and they cower in fear,
Or
it
he could
slows
just
them
give
down if they fail
himself
it,
shit.
if they fail their save, or I can just give rerolls on advantage on something against one creature
All right.
for a minute.
So you did
So that's
another
34.
34 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're chunking it. Just ripping armor
then-
plates off of it as you hit it.
I'm gonna step between it and
Andy.
what's it? Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
And that's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So on Drizzlejaw's turn, he pulls out that gun,
Oh, I was about
the
to say.
ray gun that he got, and he says, "Guys, I've got a plan." And he shoots it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say shoot himself in the head.
Shoots
explodes.
himself in the head.
He's never seen again.
So I'm just gonna roll a d20, and it's just plus his Dex modifier. Let's see. I can just roll a Dex, I think, right? With his scat sheet. And then, even though there's not like a touch thing in this game, it's gonna be like a touch thing. So it only gets its Dex to its armor. And he misses. Just and just completely misses it, and one of its 8 shots is gone.
What does it look like?
Oh my gosh.
So one of the glowing green like vials that's on it like starts to bubble up, and then it turns red, and then a red laser shoots out of it.
Wow.
And it's a miss, even though it was against only the creature's Dex armor, because he rolled a 2. Oh, it hits like just like it's part of the mountainside and does nothing. Or the rocks or whatever behind the thing, like off in the distance. And then it is Wu-Tang's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna step in,
Dang.
and I am going to. Oh wait, meant to do. Well, that's fine. This first.
Second wind. Okay. Use a bonus action to regain hit points.
So that's a plus 17.
Plus 17. What are you talking about?
Right. Oh, sorry. 1d10. I thought it said 10 plus fighter level.
I was like,
I'll
what? Your
take
fighter level's
a
not 17? You get
10 instead.
10. Yeah, just 10.
Okay. And I'll attack it. Guessing that hits.
It does.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to mark down this ray gun's shots. So you slice at it and do 6 damage. But you also then take damage. You take 12 fire damage back at.
Worth it.
And then you hit it again for 8 damage, and you take 15 fire damage back. Your,
Jesus.
That's our
your
idea.
slicing blade is just sitting its flaming blood all over you. 14. Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm going to immediately regret all my actions, and that's it.
And that's it. Okay. And then it is Xerxes' turn.
I'm going to move to a better vantage point here, right about here.
Okay.
do as a bonus action transfer Hunter's Mark to this guy.
Got it.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it, which misses.
Oh no.
I don't get an extra attack because of my bonus action this turn, right? Or do I get an extra attack?
No, you get 2 attacks.
You just have 2 attacks because you're a ranger for your action. If you use your action to attack, you have 2 attacks. You're just high level ranger to get it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it worked with it. Occupied the bonus action. All right, I take a
Nah,
second shot.
that's why Wu-Tang has 3 attacks because he has an offhand like dagger attack, and I've been letting him just double fist daggers to get 3 throwing dagger attacks when he throws daggers.
Letting me.
So that also
burns
misses.
that.
So you shoot and just twice it just pings off of armor plates, and
Yeah, but importantly, my Hunter's Mark is on it now.
that's true. Let me change that. Your hunter's mark looks like an archery thing. Alex's, which isn't on this thing yet, is a gun turret.
Okay. I'm going to move it. I think I'm next, right?
You are.
Hunter's Mark.
So that's your bonus attack. Bonus action, sorry.
Yeah, so I'll just get 2 comma attacks, and that's all I get.
Okay.
Comma attack. 17?
Ooh. Nope, it clips off of like the top of one of the armor plates. That one though gets it. It's like you set it up for the come around attack. It does 6 damage. Dang, that's a low roll.
Yep.
Slow that roll. Okay. Then this thing attacks. Who does it attack? Probably this knight guy that seems to have hit it a bunch. So it attacks, and it gets 28 to hit,
Yep, that is.
and then it does a lot of damage. So let's do fire damage first. 12 fire damage,
Okay.
followed by 38 piercing damage, and then make a dexterity or strength, whichever's higher, escape save to escape its bite.
Strength.
It tries to bite on you, and it's like cutting into your armor and shit, and you like push it off of you.
Yes.
Just barely.
You only have a +4?
Yeah.
That's your highest save?
That's
What's
my
highest
highest
stat?
Oh, he was just a strength check, right?
Yeah, it's not a save. It's a check.
Oh,
Strength
okay.
save is +8.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Yep. And so then it is Jace's turn.
About 19 strength.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
I'm gonna run up and try to bite it.
Okay. It's a brave man.
Oh, I'm gonna shift as well.
Okay, to get some temporary hit points, I'm assuming, and a little more
Yep,
damage.
I get 14.
So as you run over, your head grows a little bit longer. You get more of like a bigger maw, and some of your teeth grow as well. Huge canines, like a saber-toothed wolf now. And we're waiting.
And we wait.
And we're waiting. It's so weird that it only happens to you. And where you at? Come here.
I
Oh,
assume that misses.
That misses.
Oh,
Phone just died.
Silver lining. You didn't take any fire damage. We can hear you. Also a miss. Man, we have a lot of technical difficulties today.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to try to swipe at it, it sounds like. Leork, you're up.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna back up a square. Still within his threat range, right?
That is true.
And then I'm gonna swing.
You still have Valve right? That's like a minute.
Yeah, it lasts a minute.
God damn, that's ridiculous. Okay.
Necessary.
And then 12 radiant damage as well. Okay. All right.
Then I'm gonna do it again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit. You're just chunking this thing up. Burning it with radiant, fiery, radiant damage.
Fuck.
Are you rolling d12s?
1d12
Damn.
plus.
Wait, 1d10.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 4.
But he gets 10
plus,
extra for the murder halberd thing.
plus 10, and then
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2 for my my weapon is plus 2 weapon.
Yeah.
Are you getting advantage right now? Is that what that thing is?
34? Yes.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
He gets it for a whole minute.
Is it alive?
Holy shit.
It is alive still. It is hurt though. That also hits. Swing around the butt. Ah!
Let me reroll that.
Jeez, you do a lot of damage.
It's only when he does this so he's doing -5 to every hit.
20, so that's 20 damage plus. So 32.
How's it happen? Because it's dead.
Okay, I'm gonna first swing chops like 2 of its front legs off. Second swing chops the other 2 front legs off, and then I take the butt of it and just spear it through the head.
Just
And then
smack it in the mouth.
and then the holy energy builds up in its head as it's screaming, and then it explodes, and
It
its brains
explodes?
go all to the left and the right, but miraculously don't hit any of us.
I was gonna say I was about to roll some fire damage. It sprays everywhere. What? He goes.
Yeah,
It
Pretty sure that would
sprays.
kill me if it hit me.
It's like a explosion that you see like in a space show that doesn't do space right, where it just goes in like a circle outward, but it goes shoo, over everyone's heads, and it's dead.
Yeah,
Damn.
Awesome.
that sounds like a good place to.
I didn't even
Sounds
get
like
to
a
do
good
flurry
place
of
to
blows.
stop.
It does.
All right.
Those things were ridiculous.
And we leveled.
Yes.
Well, everybody except Wu Tang wasn't
What?
here the last 2 fights
Shut up.
or the last 2 events.
Yeah, we could level. I've held him back for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get you
I
high
will.
enough to fight these epic enemies I have planned for you. Get to the real fights.
Now we'll get 3 attacks.
Okay. So
Oh, my dice goes up.
we'll talk about when we're gonna play next week. And I'll see everybody later.
All right.
That's good.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.